Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom. Thank you for joining me. Tonight's episode is about the 3 masks that the narcissists use to essentially trap their victim. So, before I start, as I always say, if you like my videos, please remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. So let's get down to this, darling. So when you first meet the narcissist, they're always wearing masks. That's the first thing you got to remember. They're always wearing masks. And so recently I was watching some of Sam Vaknin and Richard Gradden's work. And as much as I don't necessarily like narcs, you know, H.G. Tudor and Sam Vaknin are 2 narcissists that I would listen to. Purely because I think they are quite honest at times. I wouldn't ever invite one of them home to my house, and I certainly wouldn't invite them into my life. However, all that said, so I watched this what was it? Some kind of performance that Richard Gradden and Sam Vaknin had put on, and Sam was talking about, you know, these kind of masks that narcissists use, and I found it fascinating that my own personal experience and my own understanding of narcissists was so spot on. And I'll run through the 3 kind of main masks that I had identified from my own personal experience, and that Sam Vaknin had raised and identified. So the first one is, firstly, I thought it was fascinating. Sam was talking about, you know, the damage that narcissistic abuse does to the victims, you know, and that it's like being in a concentration camp. And he was talking about the Holocaust, and he was saying that, you know, the people in the Holocaust, the majority of them that were in concentration camps only were there for 6 maximum months, if they survived, obviously. And, you know, the trauma and the impact that has had amongst not only them but the generations that have followed, you know, it's huge. And I think we need to really, there's 2 things. One thing I just want to say, I think we really need to get serious about just how much damage these people have done to us, and also we need to really get it clear in our minds how dangerous they are. So let's get back to the masks. So the 3 masks. So when you first meet a narcissist, the first kind of mask that they're going to do, they're never going to come up, you know, and show you who they are. They're never going to be their abusive, cold, empty self. They're going to come up and they're going to be show you an aspect of themselves. It's almost like, you know, an aspect of themselves that they've kept hostage purely so they can show this side of themselves, dangle it in front of you. So the first kind of mask is that of like the wounded child. So they're showing you, you know, they talk about their childhood, you know, they talk about the damage, they show you their vulnerability. And unfortunately, as women and as empaths and sensitive people, we tend to mother. You know, we have these mothering instincts. We tend to want to protect and love and heal vulnerable children. You know, we identify with that mask because a lot of us have been hurt as children. So we identify from our own personal angle, but also because, like I said, it triggers our mothering instinct and our mothering capacity. So they use this mask of the wounded child to draw us in, and then they grab you. Or then, you know, if that's not necessarily working, or if that's not their angle, you know, because the thing is, they can either use all of these masks, so they can alternate these masks, a little bit of this one at a time, a little bit of that one at a time, or they can use one or more of the masks. So all of them or one or more of them, but never none of them. There's always one of these. So the second mask is of the addict. So they show you, and this is, once again, it's about showing this vulnerable, needy side, because, you know, there's this kind of illusion that that all an addict really needs is love. And they know that that's what people think. So they know that when they are putting forth this mask of, I'm just such a fucked up and lonely person, and because I'm so lonely, I do this to myself. I take drugs, or I drink myself just, till I fall down in a mess, every night. I do it because I'm just so lonely. And I don't belong anywhere, and there's no one there for me. And, they kind of put on this whole performance. Essentially, it's a performance. And so, once again, because we want to protect and care for and heal and love and, stand up for the underdog, we will be there for them. The third and final, come here. The third and final mask is the battle-worn, hello, calm down, is the battle-weary and worn individual. So they've been scarred in life. So this is good because this is their kind of segue, so they can talk about their ex-wife and they can talk about anything they want, but the angle that they're coming from is the victim, that they've been victimized in life. And once again, they do it so that we will bond with them, that we will mesh with them. They do it because, inside us, a lot of us were looking for a soulmate, another person, someone to heal us, someone to grow with, someone to, bond and mesh with. And that's what they are offering. So they come up basically, essentially saying, I'm like so weak and pathetic, and, I desperately need someone just to love me and heal me. And all these other people in my life, they've just abused me and taken advantage of me. But, I'm loyal, like I'm a really good person. And if only I had a good person, we could just do anything together. We could take over this whole world. Like we would run this joint if I had that, and unfortunately, when you are codependent or when you are looking for love, that is the kind of thing that will suck you in. This idea of, you and me against the world, Romeo and Juliet, star-crossed lovers, like being the happy ending to this awful, terrible life this poor man's had to endure. And they fail to mention, obviously, that they are the one consistent factor in everything that's gone wrong. It's them. They are the ones who've done it. But, they don't mention that, and they put on this mask. It's to trap you, and that's all it's there for. They aren't going to build a life together with you. They're going to keep selling you that dream while they trample on your body to raise themselves up. They're going to, like a vampire, are going to literally suck the life force out of you. Whenever they need a little top-up of human fuel, that's what you will serve. They will cheat, they will lie, they will go and seek out other sources of fuel. They don't care if they damage you. They don't care if they hurt you. They don't care how vulnerable you are. They couldn't care less. All they care about is using these masks to get you within grasp. Once you're in their grasp, once they've got their hand on you and you are physically trapped, because they'll isolate you from your friends and family, they'll make you financially dependent upon them, they'll move you away to another part of the world. There's all kinds of little tricks and tips that abusers use. But once they have you in that position of power where they have total control, you will start to see those masks slip. And it will take a while. It could take years for this cognitive dissonance to settle, and for you to finally realize who is actually the man behind the mask or the woman behind the mask. Because these are just masks. They are performance. They are just like an actor playing a role. There's an outcome that the narcissist is looking for, and that's to get you trapped. They want you to bond with them. They want you to think that they are bonding with you. They want you to they pretend to be exactly like you. They identify your weaknesses and they mirror it back to you, and they sell you the dream, you and me against the world. Except, guess what? He's already done you and me against the world. He's done it with the woman that came before you and the one that came before her. And he'll do it again with the woman after you, because that's what they do. They sell an illusion. It's not real. And this is the thing. Until you can tell the difference between an illusion and a mask and real life, until you can tell the difference, you will be a narcissistic victim. You will have these kind of people trapping you again and again and again. Okay? So take the time to really get to know people that before you bring them into your world and into your reality. Because as I said, once a narcissist got you within grasp reach, all they have to do is just grab a hold and that's it. And if they're a sociopath and a psychopath, they're not going to let you go. You're going to literally have to chew through your own foot, you know, like a fox does in a trap. Literally, you have to chew through your own leg to escape them. It will be painful. You will leave a part of you behind. It will change you and scar you forever. But that's the only way you're going to get away from a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath, especially the psychopath. Okay? I know because I've been there. All right, lovelies. Thank you for watching. And yeah, look, get nut free, darlings. If anyone wants a one-on-one consultation, also the link will be in the description box. And the link to my nut free formula is also in the description box. That is a nut free challenge, sorry. And that is there for people who want to get nut free for life. It's your murder free option. So nut free for life without doing life, lovelies. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.